In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 MLB games happening on September 28, 2022, and providing you with team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 MLB games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 1 betting pick a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Baltimore Orioles versus Boston Red Sox. The Baltimore Orioles and Boston Red Sox continue their 4-game series at Fenway Park on Wednesday night. The Orioles continue their march towards a winning season, while Boston appears destined for a losing season in 2022. The pitching matchup on Wednesday night features Dean Kremer of the Orioles taking on lefty Rich Hill of the Red Sox. The Orioles are 23-52 in their last 75 Wednesday games and 24-11 in their last 35 versus a team with a losing record. The under is 5-1 in Baltimore's last 6 Wednesday games. Meanwhile, the Sox are 15-36 in the last 51 versus a team with a winning record, and 15-38 in their last 53 versus the American League East. Boston is 2-9 in the last 11 Wednesday games. The Orioles are not mathematically out of a playoff spot yet. They are 3.5 games behind the Mariners for the final wild card spot. The Red Sox are out of the playoffs as they sit in last place in the division. Boston just snapped a 6-game losing streak as they have been trending backward. With Kremer starting on Wednesday, I believe he will continue to pitch well, just like he did against Houston. Kremer has an earned run average of 2.61 in his last 5 games. Kremer is on a nice run these days. He's coming off a complete game shutout of the Astros with 4 hits and 2 walks. Over his last 3 games total, Kremer has 5 earned over 19.2 innings on 16 hits and 8 walks. As for Hill, he hasn't been great with 6 earned over 9.2 innings in his last 2 starts. I like Hill to take a step forward with a decent outing here, but the O's should have the advantage. So the Baltimore Orioles to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. The offenses have played really well for the Orioles and Red Sox during the first 2 games of this series. There is no reason for the 2 teams to slow down, as they are averaging 22 runs per game in their last 2 against each other. The over is 3-0-1 in Orioles' last 4 versus the American League East. The over is 4-0 in Red Sox's last 4 games versus a right-handed starter. The 2 teams have also hit nearly 15 home runs in the first 2 games of the series as well. Rich Hill and his nearly 6 home earned run average should be tailor-made for the Orioles' hot lineup, and the Sox will score enough to push this game past the total. The Orioles are 8-1 to the over in their last 10, while Boston is 7-3 to the over. You have to ride the total hot streak in this one, with the 2 teams combining for more than 20 runs in each of the first 2 games. The runs will keep coming on Wednesday night. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Philadelphia Phillies versus Chicago Cubs. The Philadelphia Phillies remain in Chicago for a 3-game series against the Cubs in Game 2. Philadelphia is coming off a 4-game series split against the Atlanta Braves, and before that split 2 games against the Toronto Blue Jays. The Cubs, meanwhile, took 3 of 4 from the Pittsburgh Pirates last time out, and before that, took 2 of 3 against the Miami Marlins. The Phillies are 5-0 in their last 5 Wednesday games and 5-1 in their last 6 in Game 2 of a series. Philly is 36-17 in their last 53 versus a team with a losing record. Meanwhile, the Cubs are 6-1 in the last 7 Wednesday games, and the under is 5-1 in their last 6 in Game 2 of a series. The under is 22-8-3 in Chicago's last 33 at home. Philadelphia still has a lot to play for. The stakes are high for every game, and on Wednesday with Aaron Nola on the mound, they should take care of business. Nola has been solid as of late, and the Cubs' offense has struggled. Along with that, Chicago's bullpen leaves a lot to be desired, and Wisniewski will only go a few innings once the bullpen takes over, so the Philadelphia Phillies money line is our full game side pick. With 2 solid starters on the mound, although Philadelphia has hit the over more often than not, their bats have been quieter in September. Meanwhile, Chicago has been known to hit the under this season, and at home, the Cubs are 38-30-7 in hitting the under at home. In the 3 games they played in July, the games were fairly high-scoring, but both teams' offenses have taken a step back, and neither Nola nor Wisniewski were starting. Meanwhile, in Nola's last 5 starts, he's allowing 0.51 runs per inning, while Wisniewski is allowing 0.27 runs per per inning in his last 3 games. The games are averaging just 5 runs per game, which adds to me liking a low-scoring affair here. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Chicago White Sox versus Minnesota Twin. The Chicago White Sox have collapsed and are on a huge losing streak, so they have been disappointing. The White Sox are sending veteran righty Johnny Cueto to the mound and is coming off of a losing effort against the Cleveland Guardians, where he went 6 innings and gave up 4 runs on 8 hits with a walk and 3 strikeouts. The Minnesota Twins have been brutal as of late and failed to make the postseason in a disappointing year. They will have rookie right-hander Josh Winder pitch and is coming off of a loss against the Kansas City Royals, where he threw 6 innings and allowed 3 runs on 6 hits with a walk and 4 strikeouts. Chicago is 7-3 in their last 10 road games and 0-7 in their last 7 games. The over is 6-3-1 in Chicago's last 10 road games. Minnesota is 1-5 in their last 6 Wednesday games and 2-6 in their last 8 games. The under is 8-2-1 in Minnesota's last 11 games against the American League Central. The over is 4-2-1 in these 2 teams' last 6 head-to-head meetings in Minnesota. Chicago has really struggled over the last couple of weeks and looks like they may have thrown in the towel on the season. Minnesota had been struggled as well, but was able to win 2 of their last 3 games. Minnesota is starting Josh Winder, who has allowed 7 runs over his last 10.2 innings pitched. For the White Sox, Johnny Cueto has allowed 8 earned runs over his last 10.2 innings pitched. The Chicago White Sox look like a team that's given up and is counting the days until vacation. The White Sox have lost 7 straight games and the offense is putting up zeros on a nightly basis. I don't care about the pitching matchup. Yes, the Minnesota Twins have issues of their own, but they've shown signs of life here and there, and being at home helps. Backing the White Sox in their current form isn't an option for me, so the Minnesota Twins money line is our full game side pick. In the second half of the season, the White Sox have a 3.79 team earned run average in their 61 games, while the Twins have a 4.27 team earned run average in 59 games since the Midsummer Classic. Throughout the season, they have been doing well slugging the ball, as the Twins are 11th in the sport with a .402 slugging percentage, while the White Sox are 15th with a .391 slugging percentage thus far. Plus, the over is 7-3-2 in their last 12 games against one another. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.